What does it take to change the world?
I've been waiting more than 30 years to say this.
For Bill Gates, it all began with a bold vision and an unwavering belief that computers could transform lives. From dropping out of Harvard to building Microsoft, Gates didn't just create software, he redefined the digital age. With a drive to make personal computing accessible to everyone, Gates turned a small startup into a global empire, revolutionizing how we work, play, and communicate. But Microsoft's success was only part of the story. Gates foresaw the future, leading innovations in cloud computing and software as a service, and used his wealth to reshape global health and fight poverty. What drove Bill Gates to become one of the wealthiest and most influential people in history? His story is a powerful reminder that vision, resilience, and a commitment to bettering the world can change not only industries, but the very fabric of society. Ready to discover how Bill Gates' journey changed the world forever? The early years, a passion for programming. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington, into a well-off family with a strong emphasis on education. His early interest in computers was sparked at the age of 13 when he wrote his first computer program, a simple tic-tac-toe game. By the time Gates was a teenager, he was spending hours at a local computer center, honing his programming skills. His passion for technology quickly became evident, and it was clear he had a natural aptitude for coding and problem solving. At the age of 15, Gates was already working on business ventures related to software. He and his friend Paul Allen developed a system to optimize traffic flow using computers. This early experience in programming and problem solving laid the foundation for what would later become Microsoft. Dropping out of Harvard, the birth of Microsoft. In 1973, Gates enrolled at Harvard University, but after just 2 years, he dropped out to pursue his true passion, computer software. At Harvard, Gates had met Paul Allen, and together, they began to work on their vision of a world where personal computers would become commonplace. In 1975, they founded Microsoft, originally a small software company focused on developing software for the Altair 8800, one of the first personal computers. The pair saw an opportunity in the growing personal computer market, and they seized it. Gates and Allen believed that software was the key to the future of computing, and they set out to build a company that would dominate the software industry. The big break: licensing MS-DOS to IBM. Microsoft's first big break came in 1980 when IBM approached the company to develop an operating system for its new personal computer, the IBM PC. Gates saw this as a game-changing opportunity. However, there was one problem. Microsoft didn't have an operating system at the time. Instead of developing a brand new system from scratch, Gates and Allen made a bold decision. They bought an existing operating system from a company called Seattle Computer Products and licensed it to IBM. The operating system was named MS-DOS, and the licensing deal was a pivotal moment in Microsoft's rise. Gates negotiated the deal to ensure that Microsoft would retain the rights to license MS-DOS to other companies, which would later become a critical factor in the company's massive growth. This licensing model was revolutionary, allowing Microsoft to collect revenue from every PC sold without having to build the hardware itself. This strategy set Microsoft apart from competitors and laid the foundation for its dominance in the software market. The Windows Revolution, bringing graphical interfaces to PCs. In 1985, Microsoft launched Windows, an innovative graphical user interface, GUI, that was built on top of MS-DOS. At the time, most personal computers used text-based interfaces, which were difficult for most people to use. Windows, with its icons, menus, and windows, made personal computing more accessible and user-friendly. Though the early versions of Windows were met with some skepticism, Gates and his team continued to improve the product, listening to user feedback and refining the interface. In 1990, Microsoft released Windows 3.0, which was a massive success, and in 1995, Windows 95 further solidified Microsoft's position as the leader in the personal computing market. Windows became the standard operating system for PCs worldwide, and Microsoft's market share grew exponentially. The introduction of Windows was a game changer for personal computing, and it marked the beginning of the global software monopoly that Gates would oversee. The rise of Microsoft, a global tech giant. By the early 1990s, Microsoft was the dominant force in the personal computing industry. Windows was installed on millions of PCs worldwide, and Microsoft Office, a suite of productivity software including Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, became the industry standard for office work. Under Gates' leadership, Microsoft expanded its product offerings and became a global tech powerhouse. The company was not only creating software for personal computers, but it was also venturing into enterprise software, gaming, and internet services. Microsoft had evolved from a small software company into a global conglomerate with billions of dollars in revenue. However, Microsoft's success also attracted scrutiny. In the late 1990s, the company faced an antitrust lawsuit from the U.S. government, which accused Microsoft of using its monopoly power to stifle competition in the software market. Despite the legal battles, Gates continued to lead Microsoft with a clear focus on innovation and expansion. Shaping the digital world. Gates' vision beyond software. While Gates was building Microsoft into a global giant, he was also thinking about the future. He recognized that the internet was the next big frontier, and he made strategic moves to ensure that Microsoft would lead in this new era. In 1995, Microsoft launched Internet Explorer, a web browser that would compete with Netscape Navigator, which was the leading browser at the time. Microsoft's aggressive push to make Internet Explorer the default browser in Windows ensured that it quickly gained market dominance. Gates also understood the importance of cloud computing and smart devices, and in the 2000s, Microsoft began to shift its focus towards services such as Microsoft Azure and Office 365, anticipating the move away from traditional software installations and towards subscription-based, cloud-based solutions. Gates' ability to anticipate technological trends and invest in the future kept Microsoft relevant as the digital world evolved. Bill Gates' legacy. A global philanthropist. In 2000, Gates stepped down as CEO of Microsoft, transitioning to the role of chief software architect and later becoming the company's chairman. But as his influence in the tech world grew, Gates' focus shifted from business to philanthropy. Along with his then-wife, Melinda, Gates founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, one of the largest and most influential charitable organizations in the world. Through the foundation, Gates has donated billions to causes such as global health, education, and poverty alleviation. His efforts to combat diseases like malaria, polio, and HIV/AIDS have had a profound impact on improving public health in developing countries. Gates' shift from software mogul to philanthropist has solidified his legacy as one of the most influential figures of the 21st century. What we can learn from Bill Gates' journey. Bill Gates' story isn't just about building a multi-billion-dollar company. It's about vision, strategy, and the willingness to take risks to make the world a better place. Gates demonstrated early on that success in the tech world is not just about creating great products, but about understanding the bigger picture and anticipating the future. Gates' ability to foresee trends and adapt his business model accordingly was key to Microsoft's dominance. His relentless pursuit of innovation, his sharp business instincts, and his willingness to compete on a global scale turned Microsoft into a technology empire. At the same time, his decision to focus on giving back to society through philanthropy has made him an iconic figure not just in business, but in global humanitarian efforts. Bill Gates' journey from a Harvard dropout to one of the most influential figures in history shows us that true success is built on vision, persistence, and a commitment to making a difference. His creation of Microsoft revolutionized the tech world, but it's his shift to philanthropy that truly defines his legacy. By dedicating his wealth to global health and education, Gates proves that real impact comes not just from innovation, but from using that success to better the world. His story is a powerful reminder that with the right mindset, anyone can change the world and leave a lasting legacy.